In order to be able to make calls, our customer needs funds. Let's talk about different payment types in PortaBilling. The easiest way for us to set up a payment now is to set up a manual payment. For example, when a customer brings a cash payment to the CSP's office. And then the PortaBilling admin would update the customer's balance accordingly by applying a manual payment. This isn't, of course, the most convenient way, especially in the modern age of mobility, when the customer may be traveling at any time. This is not scalable. The most widespread payment type is payment via online payment systems. The customer has a payment method, which can be a credit card, a PayPal account, Bitcoin, etc. To charge the customer, we need to make a transaction via an external system, transfer the funds to our account, and update the customer's balance in the PortaBilling. The third payment type is not quite as popular as online payments. In this case, an external system will notify the PortaBilling using the API about a change in the customer's balance. This will be the case when a customer tops up their balance using a top-up terminal. Let's go to our web interface and make a manual payment. Basically, what we are going to do is simulate a situation where the customer brings cash to our store or office. Okay. For that, we click the icon next to available funds, and we have different options here. First of all, we have a manual charge. If we want to charge our customer for an in-store purchase, we choose manual charge. Then we have manual credit and manual payment. Which one should we choose? A manual payment communicates to the system the fact of an actual customer payment. The balance of a prepaid customer will increase. Manual credit means that the customer didn't pay us actual money, but we allow the customer to use the service in the trial mode, for example. We can offer our customer a $5 virtual credit to try the service and let us know whether they're satisfied. The balance of a prepaid customer will increase as well if we apply a manual credit. We are going to choose manual payment in order to simulate the situation when our customer tests Easy Call, walks into our store and hands over a $5 bill. Okay, let's choose manual payment. We, as the PortaBilling administrator, are going to enter this payment into the system. $5, and we can edit the comment. Let's type in cash payment. In the field internal comment, we can add information that will be useful for us. Paid to Bob, for example. Bob is our PortaBilling administrator. Let's click continue. And this is our last confirmation screen. Let's click apply payment. And we see immediately that the customer balance has changed. It's $5 now. Before we attempt our test call again, let's see how online payments work. Let's look at the diagram I have on the screen right now. We have PortaBilling. PortaBilling stores the information about the customer, and PortaBilling can initiate a transaction via an intermediary online payment processor. Payment processors are companies that process monetary transactions. The most popular right now is Stripe. So we sent a request to Stripe from PortaBilling to charge the card for $10, for example. Then Stripe connects to the Visa card processing center, and Visa in its turn sends a request to the bank that issued the customer's card. The customer will authorize the transaction if it is required by their bank, and then Visa in its turn will authorize the transaction from their side. The transaction will go through via Stripe, and PortaBilling will receive the information about the successful transaction. Customer's balance will be updated accordingly. So in order to allow the customers to make online payments, a service provider needs to have a contract with one of the online payment processors. PortaBilling supports a variety of online payment processors. Different processors have different advantages and work in different countries. This depends on the CSP, what they need, what they're looking for their business. For our tests, we will use a Canadian online payment processor, Moneris, that we as Porta1 use to bill our customers for our services, for Mart, for example. To set up online payments in PortaBilling, the CSP needs to sign a service agreement with the payment processor. Then they obtain API access. This includes a username and a password, and also an access token for authorization. Then additional agreements are made. For example, if it's mandatory to use a CVV code, the security code on the back of the credit card, every time a transaction is made. After that, they are ready to accept online payments.